Good morning. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to create a space of healing and support as we count down towards my 12-hour healing event on Monday, the 8th of April. So today is our 3 days to go video. And if you missed day 4 to go and 5 to go, you'll find those in the video library or on my Temple of Balance YouTube channel. But so I'm here every day for these 5 days, counting down towards Monday. So I find this really important, not essential, but important and helpful in preparing us for the 12-hour healing event. So that's especially for those of you joining me for that, and also anyone else who's interested in going through these intense 5 days of support and healing and deep diving into things that we need to deep dive into. So day 5, we looked at the turning point, and we looked at how it's up to us. You know, we reach breakdowns in our life, and it's up to us to look for a lifeline, look for a way out, look for a solution, look for something that turns breakdown into breakthrough. But it is up to us to find that. I see that there's been a lot of opportunity for breakthrough in this last week or so, perhaps over a week now, almost a week and a half, and I'm noticing a lot of people aren't taking the breakthrough opportunity or aren't noticing it because they're so caught up in their breakdown despair. So just having a glimmer of hope or looking and for the light at the end of the tunnel, something to pull us out of the breakdown and into breakthrough. That's what video 5 was about. Yesterday, for 4 days to go, we did some cleansing and clearing and purging and smudging and just letting go of things, the tension, the tightness, and the last 24 hours, my sensitivity to the last 24 hours has certainly been a much better 24 hours than the 24 hours before, which is nice. So there was, to me, a lot of energy in this last 24 hours after doing that really focused clearing and continuing that through, and looking at how to, you know, do some other things and bring some things into life, create a sense of purpose moving forward. So today, on 3 days to go, I don't know what we're going to be doing. I am drawn to using my chimes. So I've grabbed 4 of my chimes, my chakra chimes. I'm going to play those today. And I'm going to pull a card. We'll be governed by the cards and whatever is inspired from that. I'm kind of feeling an uplifting energy wants to come in, something that wants to sort of lift us up, but I'll be clarifying that in the cards. So before I start, I want to send out a big welcome to everyone who has registered and who is joining me for the 12-hour healing event on Monday as we dive into our creativity shadow. So that will be happening on Monday. You can join us still. It's not too late to join. You can join us Monday, or you can join in at another time that suits you. It doesn't have to be on the day, but it will be available from Monday. And yeah, I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia now. And it is Friday the 5th of April. And the time is 9:03 a.m. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to work with my healing energy cards, and I've got 2 decks combined. The first deck upgraded and the second new deck combined here to make 110 cards, healing energy cards, which are lots of fun to play with. So I'm looking for the best card that the majority of us need as we move into this healing and supportive time. What do we need to know as we prepare for our healing event on Monday? So the best card to support us now is this. It's from the first deck. And it's this. It's card 11, Awakening. So I was right. We are moving into a rising energy. This is card 11. It's in the rise category. And down here it says, it's time to open up and move towards the unknown. The first thing that comes to mind with that is that energy of breakdown leading to breakthrough. And so here it's saying it's time to open up. So if we're at breakdown and we still can't find breakthrough yet, if we still can't crack through, we still can't see that light at the end of the tunnel, then this first sentence is suggesting that we open up and perhaps change our attitude and look at how we can move towards the unknown. So the unknown would probably be that which we're scared of. That which we're afraid to move towards is the unknown. And our lower self tries to hold us back from that. It tries to keep us at distance from the unknown, especially the unknown that's going to be great for us and very freeing for us. Our wounded self wants to keep us small and feeling insignificant and feeling like we're scared to move towards that unknown place. So if you're still in a space of despair and you're struggling to see the light, maybe think about how closed you are, and can you open up? Can you open up to the idea or the possibility, the potential that things could improve for you, that there is a light there at the end of the tunnel somewhere for you to find and see, and find the courage to move towards the unknown. It says here, new beginnings are birthing. A new awakening is occurring, and transformation. This feels personal. This feels very personal. And yes, we might be seeing it playing out in our lives, but this is a personal awakening, a personal transformation, a personal breakthrough that we are moving towards. So it's something that is internal. It's something that we may feel or experience in our physical body. And there does feel to be, with the butterfly opening its wings, if we were like, if we represented a butterfly at this time and we were opening our wings, opening ourselves to change, to improvement, to something being different, I feel that this would be maybe something to think about, something to attempt and see if this feels better than the way that we've been dealing with things before. Sometimes we get comfortable in our despairing, difficult, dark place. We might not like it, but we become comfortable there because it's like our reality. It's like what we know. It's our comfort zone in some ways. So let's just be careful that we're not becoming too comfortable in the despair and the depression and the darkness. And that if we can even come to the conclusion in our own mind that this is not right, this is not how I want my life to be, that will start parting the clouds of darkness that might be around us. And then we can, it's like parting the cocoon, it's like cracking the cocoon from the inside. So we can push through and emerge as that butterfly, stretching our wings and taking to flight, finding clarity and things improving, because we get into this kind of momentum of improvement potentially. Or we could stay down in those dark places and just keep feeling scared of whatever it is that we might be scared of. So all around this is the darkness. And again, like I've been saying in the last couple of countdown videos, it's up to us to find that glimpse of hope, to find that light in the tunnel. And it's up to us. So everything's dark around us. We've all got the unknown everywhere around us. And it's up to us how we approach that. And I know it's harder at the beginning, but it becomes easier because I know for me at least there becomes this thirst for exploration into the darkness. It doesn't become, it ceases to become the scary place that it once felt like, because It's actually not that scary out there in the unknown. It's more scary to be held back in despair and darkness and depression than it is to move into the unknown and see what potential is out there. Potential for improvement at the very least. So welcome everybody. I'm playing the chimes today. I've got a little box that I made some time ago and I thought, oh, I can fit some chimes in there, which I can. So I've got the base chakra, I've got the solar plexus, I've got the heart, and I've got the third eye. So what does that mean? The base chakra is going to help ground us into reality of things, help us see how things really are. The solar plexus chakra, which is just above the navel, that's our power center. So this is to help give us courage to move into the unknown, courage to make changes, courage to make improvements, courage to open up, courage to see things in a different way. Then I've got the heart. The heart brings things back to center, but also helps support and heal the heart, to open the heart and help us tap into that very personal, sort of intimate place within us. And then the third eye chakra chime, that's to help us trust more in ourselves, to trust in our heart, to trust in our power, not control, our power, our strength, our courage to be able to break free, to break through, to awaken, to activate, to transform, to open up. Our third eye chakra is also about our intuition and vision for our future. If we're in a dark place, depressed, despairing place, our vision for our future is going to be short and it's going to be dark and gloomy. So when we're in a clearer space inside, then our vision can start becoming clearer for ourselves too. A little bit more positive perhaps, or a lot more positive once we clear such things out of the way. I think you can see this in the video, but let's lower this. Hi, Manna here. Welcome. Okay. I'm going to play these. I trust you enjoy. So there's nothing you can do wrong. Just listen to the sound of the chimes and see where they want to take you, especially in regards to your awakening now. Card 11. It's powerful. It's time to awaken. It's time to become more. It's time to rise up. It's time to open. It's time to transform. And like I said before, this feels personal. This is personal for all of us as individuals. So perhaps check in. Where are you at? What do you need? And how can you receive that from the chimes? I'm not going to talk while I'm chiming, so enjoy and take a nice big breath. We'll start with the heart. So take a nice big breath. And that third eye chakra chime was exceptionally strong, showing us how important it is now and always really, but especially for now, to trust in ourselves, to trust in the decisions that we make, to trust in our strength and strengths, to trust in our heart, to trust in the decisions that we make, trust in the steps that we take forward in our life, trust in where we're going, trust that we are where we need to be. Doesn't mean we have to stay where we are. If we need to be here, we might need to find a way out. It doesn't mean we settle for a horrible space because we trust that this is where we need to be. But this is where we need to be now. And it's up to us to then decide and determine, is this a place that we want to be in? Is this a space inside or in our life that is, well, I tend to ask myself, is it supportive and is it healthy for me? They are sort of my general questions I ask myself. Is this thought healthy and supportive for me? Is this situation healthy and supportive for me? What can I learn in this situation? And if it's not somewhere that I'm willing to be, then I have to trust myself enough to make the changes that are required, or to at least start the changes that are required. And I need to feel confident with that. So when we trust in ourselves, there's an element of self-confidence that arises from that. And sure, at the beginning, it's very scary to trust in ourselves. We're not probably feeling as confident as we will as we build our self-trust, that the confidence comes. But can you imagine making a decision that you trust, that you feel confident about? And that's the space you move to. The more we build our trust in ourselves, the more courageous we feel, the more we choose and take responsibility for our choices, the more confident we become and the more trusting we become within ourselves. So as I was chiming, the third eye chakra was very strong, and also the cocoon, coming out of the cocoon, which matches our card. So I was chiming with this card in mind, card 11, Awakening, and I feel this pull where we're being encouraged to come out of the cocoon, come out of the hiding place. Where are you hiding? Where are you holding back? Why are you shutting yourself away? And often we're shutting ourselves away from the world, but actually we're also shutting ourselves away from ourselves. And so why are you shutting yourself away from yourself? What is the reason for that? Are you scared? Are you uncertain? Are you feeling low and weak at this time? Why are you holding yourself back? And once you realize what that reason is, then you can take the steps shakily at first and maybe building your confidence to get out of that space. So out of the cocoon is very strong for now. So thank you. I'm going to pull a card to go. Before I do, I want to thank you for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. And if you'd prefer to connect more privately, then please send us a message through our website. I will, if you'd like to join me for the 12-hour healing event, where we're going to deep dive into healing, we're going to dive very deeply into the shadow, into shifting things and anything else that comes up over the intensive 12-hour period, which is also during the new moon solar eclipse. It's happening on Monday, so that means you can join me from Monday. You might be busy Monday, so you can do it on the weekend. You can do it over a period of weeks. There will be a number of videos that I share during the 12-hour window from my side, and then they will be accessible to you at your convenience. So if you'd like to join me, please have a look on my website, templeofbalance.com.au. Also, for those of you waiting, I am coming back for the card reading, the cards for Friday and Saturday, but I've got to do a drawing first. So I will be back in about an hour or an hour and a half to pull some cards for Friday and Saturday, just so you know. But for now, I'm looking for the best card for the next 24 hours as we go from 3 days to go to 2 days to go tomorrow. I don't want to jump into 2 days to go yet, but I'm looking at this 24-hour window. What do we need to consider during this time period? And especially related to the awakening card, or the coming out of the cocoon, building trust in ourselves and building confidence in ourselves as well. So the best card for the majority of us for the next 24 hours. Good morning, everybody. Is this? It's another from the original deck. And it's this card that's just consistently comes up. It's a great reminder, card 43. I am expanding. It's also in the rise category. So this is just having 2 rise cards. When I wrote down, before I started here, and when I was choosing my instruments of the chimes, which are uplifting, I wrote down the word uplift with a question mark, because that's what I could feel coming in. So I've already got 2 rises. The awakening card is very rising as well. The chimes are very uplifting. So there's an energy that wants to bring us up, out of the dark place, out of the heaviness that we may have been feeling, and lifting up. So working with, just before I even read this card, working with the sun, working with even our breath to help strengthen and stretch through our spine and through our body. Even stretching, some yoga to really stretch through our body will probably be helpful in this next 24 hours. So it says here, your light is expanding, not your lower ego demanding. Our ego, our wounded self, wants us to think that it's growing and expanding, but it's not really growing and expanding in the same way that our light would. When darkness, we'll say, grows and expands, when that dark place and that dark energy, it becomes more looming. And I think it becomes more of an illusion. There's an illusion of it expanding and growing. So it's like, how sometimes we blow something out of proportion and we make an anthill into a mountain. And it feels large and looming. It feels like it's big and daunting. But actually, when we look at it from the reality of it, we might see it actually shrink down, and it's not as big and bad as we thought. So there's an illusional element to the ego, the wounded self, that tries to keep us small. And it might seem like that is growing and that is expanding, but actually it's not. It's becoming more demanding and more looming. It's not expanding like a light would expand. So our light is expanding, not our lower ego demanding. Release who you are for who you could become. Opportunities and higher self. Release who you are. So that's the heaviness, the wounds part of ourselves, releasing that so that we can connect with who we could become. Perhaps a more confident, self-trusting, positive, hopeful, proactive, balanced, accepting, clearer version of ourselves. So can we drop that facade? Can we move out of that shell? Can we see the wounds and the ego for what it is? To me, the ego is the voice of our hurt and pain. So there is something that wants to expand. This is very resonant with what I was talking about before, about coming out of the cocoon. So coming out of the cocoon, that place where we feel trapped and stuck. And that's the place that we need to be in for whatever reason. But we don't have to stay there. So can we move out of that cocoon? The cocoon is the shell. It's dark in there. It's hopeless. We might not even know what's on the other side. We might be scared to push through the cocoon. But if we can have the courage to try and just see, poke our head out of the cocoon, see what's on the other side, it might not be as scary as we think. And then we can push ourselves out of that confined place and into space again, into the openness of potential. So anyway, I'll leave that with you. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back in an hour and a half. Definitely is not going to be under an hour. An hour to an hour and a half, I'd say. What time is it actually? 9:30, 10:30. Yeah, I've got to leave at 11. So actually I do have to be here in an hour. So I'll be here in an hour. And if I don't quite, I'll finish the drawing itself. But if I don't finish the audio, I can do that later. So I will be back in an hour, and hopefully I'll see you then for cards for Friday and Saturday. So I'll see you soon. Take care, and I'll be back tomorrow for 2 days to go. Thanks, everyone.